We're back on Get Up, and there's nothing we love more than a play on words. So with Dan Graziano at the Combine in Indy, let's go through the Grazianos. Dan, what is the very latest on Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I like that picture. Listen, Matthew Stafford and the Rams are still, discussing can they work something out with the contract, but he's also been talking to other teams about what a contract would look like if the Rams traded him there. The Giants are the most prominent one. I think the Giants would like to see how this thing resolves itself before moving on to other options. And the hope from the Rams, from Stafford, and from interested teams is that it can be done relatively soon. Another team that's probably going to look to bring in a veteran quarterback, maybe not at this level this offseason, is the Colts. Their GM, Chris Ballard, said yesterday that whoever they bring in will be in an open competition for the starting job with Anthony Richardson, who was their first-round pick 2 years ago but has had trouble staying on the field and has had performance issues when he's been on the field. So interesting to see which way the Colts go, what level of player they add to this quarterback mix, and what that means for the future of Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, their GM Omar Khan saying yesterday that they've had talks with representatives for both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, the two quarterbacks they had on their roster this past year, both unrestricted free agents. The Steelers, I think, would like to bring one of them back. Which one remains to be seen. That could come down to how the contract talks go, what the expectations are from the players, and which, if they have a choice, which one they like working with better last year. But looks more likely that Russell Wilson or Justin Fields will be back in Pittsburgh as the starter this year.
Boy, I hate that approach. And I understand that you just said it, they didn't just say it, but the idea that they're going to make this decision when they're a team that for the last, whatever it is, almost a decade it feels like, have struggled at the quarterback position, and that's been their glaring weakness and has kept them from doing the things that the Steeler fans and the Steeler organization are accustomed to. That, well, we'll see which one we can work out a contract with and all that. I don't get it. I don't understand, Hasselbeck. Right, Graziano? I mean, let me get Timmy in on that.
I think it's fair. You want to be an elite team. They're an elite franchise in the NFL. They've got an elite defense.
Are they, no matter what happens, are they elite if they bring back Russell Wilson?
No, I think there's absolutely a ceiling on them. You saw it last year.
Why are we even having this conversation? I don't understand.
I don't either. That's why, look, I would be very interested in Matthew Stafford. Stafford, I think, would play well there. I think would play really well there with how they're built, the things they want to do, who they are on defense. I think Stafford would be a massive upgrade at the position.
Dan, I didn't mean to yell at you. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I think the thing to understand about the Steelers, I don't get how anybody looks at the Steelers and thinks they're a quarterback away. They need help at wide receiver. They need to replace Najee Harris and probably upgrade at running back at that position. They have work to do on their offensive line where they have some free agency issues to settle. So the Steelers, remember, last year they got Russell Wilson on a minimum salary deal after the Broncos cut him, and they traded a late-round pick for Justin Fields. So they went the bargain route last year. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do something similar this year, considering how many other holes they have to fill so that whoever does end up being the quarterback has a better chance to succeed.
Listen, I don't dispute the things that Dan just said about the holes that the Pittsburgh Steelers have, but also remember this. Matthew Stafford, throughout his whole career, has played with a top 10 defense one time.
Yeah.
One time. He's never had a defense to back him up. This Pittsburgh scenario would absolutely play in his favor. He would elevate guys around him. Do they need other pieces? Sure, you can put other pieces around, but Matthew Stafford has never had a defense. Pittsburgh has a defense. And Pittsburgh, you can't run it back with this. We've seen the Russell Wilson. We've seen the Justin Fields. What is that going to do in the AFC North? Nothing.
The Rams aren't a playoff team without Matthew Stafford. They're not. Like, you think about the holes on that team or the kind of the spots where they need to be better. Like, the impact Matthew Stafford would have on the Steelers, I think would be crazy.
Yeah.
That's an immense improvement. I think would drastically change that team.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just wanted to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.